Yo, what's good, y'all? Man, we got Spider-Man Homecoming deleted, Uncle Ben scene reveal, and yeah, put about to react to it, man. Leave a like to my channel, hit the bell for new. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know they had to delete the scenes on Homecoming though, cause I watched that shit. But they apparently do though, man, and they finally revealed it. You know what I'm saying? And it's December. You know what that means though? Some more Spider-Man news or more TV spots coming soon. So yeah. So yeah, share the video, man. Yeah, let's get it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Thanks everyone who joined for last night's Hawkeye watch party. The watch parties are always a ton of fun. Episode 3 was amazing. If you haven't started watching Hawkeye yet, I highly recommend.
I still ain't watched that show yet, man. I still watch the show. Somehow, some reason, like, if I don't know, if I'm the only one, I still watch that show yet. I ain't gonna lie, but I am gonna watch it though today or tomorrow. I don't know when, but I'm gonna watch it. But yeah, any other show, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this bitch. But this show right here, shit, I don't know. I really don't know why I ain't watched it yet.
The show has been phenomenal thus far. My Easter egg and recap video will be coming along a little bit later today. In the meantime, we have to talk about the tweets this morning from Jonathan Goldstein, writer on Homecoming, revealing a scene that would have included a full nod to Uncle Ben in that first Spider-Man film. We're going to talk about what he revealed via that tweet and a ton of others about deleted scenes that they've written and tried, stuff that might have made it into Spider-Man Homecoming but didn't for one reason or another, including this deleted Uncle Ben scene. We're breaking down all these tweets from head writer Jonathan Goldstein on Spider-Man Homecoming, what they say about the story Marvel was trying to tell then, and why this is all very poignant again on the eve of what might be reveals about other Spider-Man's Uncle Ben stories as compared to our Tom Holland's Peter Parker. We're breaking down all these tweets and things that didn't make it into the film, but first, if you could consider hitting the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content here at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from the official Easter egg recaps and trailers, all the way to the anonymous 4chan plot leaks and all the scoops in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button, leaving a comment down below. That'll automatically enter you for all the giveaways here at the channel, and in fact, we'll be announcing a new winner for a PlayStation 5 at the end of this video for the 900,000 subscriber giveaway. On that note, thank you so much to each and every one of you who have either been rocking with me since Infinity War or recently with the Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, just hit that 900K.
I cannot thank you enough for being a member of this community. You guys mean the world to me, and being able to share the MCU with you in this experience has been a dream come true. Cannot thank you enough. Stick around to the end of the video. We'll announce a brand new winner for the PlayStation 5 there, get into all the giveaway stuff. I'll get into more thank yous as well. But now let's jump into this deleted scene. So again, this is coming from head writer Jonathan Goldstein. He did a quarantine watch party with Brandon Davis over on the comicbook.com Twitch last night. I'll go ahead and leave links down in the description to both of their Twitters and the comicbook.com Twitch. Brandon Davis is an awesome dude. He is a great follow on any platform, does some really cool stuff with Marvel Studios, so definitely go follow them. But basically, after the quarantine watch party, writer Jonathan Goldstein on his Twitter in AMA format was tweeting out things about Spider-Man Homecoming. This was, to me, the biggest bombshell quote. "We wrote a scene where May takes Peter to the closet and they choose one of Ben's old suits, which she still hadn't thrown away yet." Now, that is an extremely poignant scene, and maybe in the way that they had an anagram on the suitcase, they would have revealed that that's whose suit this was. To not do that, to take the scene out of the MCU, at least says to me that Marvel was intent on telling the kind of story that they did, where all of the stuff we had already seen about Peter Parker, the villains that had already been done,
True.
the same origin story that had already been shown in 2 various versions already by Sony on screen, they decided to leave that stuff out, and it really...
Yeah, they probably didn't want to, like, show the same story, you know what I mean, over and over again, you know, Ben, or, you know what I mean, Uncle Ben, or, you know, because we already know that story. After they, you know, did what they did with this Spider-Man, they changed around, though, you know what I mean, same little, but they changed more than what we used to type shit. But yeah,
really worked twofold. Number one, they're not rehashing the same content. This has worked for Marvel Studios in the past and may give us a little insight to how they're going to do the X-Men or Fantastic Four, but really Marvel Studios just...
I have a thing if they do make X-Men, which it is though, they're gonna change that whole X-Men up with their own vision and shit. So it's like kind of like any movie that y'all see, no cap.
Wanting to avoid rehashing the same content, but 2, that left the door wide open for Spider-Man's introduction for Peter Parker to be connected to one Tony Stark. Now, there's a lot of reasons for that, but the narrative worked much better all the way through the Infinity Saga, and even eventually with Tony Stark's death, emulating that loss of Uncle Ben.
Hey, you know what's better than a $5,000 PC? A $5,000 PC that costs $0. It's time.
That we eventually saw on screen. So by not rehashing old content, yes, they avoided having to run the origin story out there for a
fact. They don't want, you know what I'm saying, want to make shit fresh. So that's what they did. You know, so that's why they probably connected with Iron Man. We know Tony Stark make it fresh and shit. You know what I mean? Not just the same old story that we see about every time we see Spider-Man type shit. Yeah.
Third time. But by avoiding it altogether, they really left the door open emotionally for our connection to the relationship between Tony Stark and Peter Parker. And so,
nah, yeah, I ain't like they had a lot of connection.
So when you hear about a scene like this and the fact that they didn't even put this in, that they could have revealed it via anagram or 1 or 2 lines of dialogue, just nodded to it, but they decided not to. I love hearing about that. Shows you just how much a wider berth Marvel Studios wanted to take from that, how far separated they wanted to be from that normal story. Now, there were a ton of other tweets about stuff that didn't make it in and stuff that did. We'll go through them. Brandon Davis actually specifically asked via a tweet, when you were writing for Tony, was there like a, we only have Downey for X number of days, so keep that in mind type of thing to work with? And he did tweet back, we knew that we only had him for a certain amount of days, but more important to us was to not let this become too much of an Iron Man movie. He also followed that up with a tweet about Tony's line, if you're nothing without the suit is meant to be the crux of the lesson Peter needs to learn. Really, yeah, in that second act when we're coming to it, that's the full narrative for Homecoming, is that this is about you and who you are. You don't need Tony's suit for the help. He also went on to tweet that they wrote a scene where Peter does an entire defeated walk home, but it didn't feel necessary, especially if you remember, you get that full sentiment in the couple of frames as he's walking up to the door wearing that t-shirt when he doesn't have the suit. You get all of the disappointment, all of the failure. I can see why they didn't need that extended scene to drive that home. He also tweeted about the Staten Ferry being an opportunity to use one of the least glamorous locations in New York City. And that the Washington Monument sequence was an idea about putting Peter at a greater height than he'd seen before, because they liked the idea that just because he became Spider-Man didn't mean that he lost all fear of heights, and that ultimately they were really skeptical about the spider suit talking. It just felt like it brought it too close to Iron Man and Jarvis, which I see, but honestly, for the training wheels in that instance, I think it worked out pretty well. And Spider-Man Homecoming, there are a lot of great tweets in there. I don't want to go over them all. In fact, just follow the link down in the description over to the tweets if you want to go through them in full. But a couple of other key ones were Vulture was always their top choice for a villain, but they didn't want to be, you know, bald and use one of the old man, like the concept arts we had seen already for that kind of character in the Sam Raimi 4. So Peter beating up an old bald man felt sad. I like that. Kind of weird in the panels in the comics, honestly. Originally, the quote, P. Parker, I don't want to get demonetized in any way, but y'all know what I'm talking about from Flash, was in the original pitch to Marvel. Not sure if that got us the job or what. Flash Top. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I don't have to say it. Everybody knows. He also tweeted that when they were
I don't know what you're talking about.
Game night, our location person took us to this house, and I said, wasn't this the house from Spider-Man? And she sheepishly said that it was, and we found another house immediately. That's actually pretty funny. There are some great tweets in there, and hats off to Brandon Davis. He's doing awesome stuff like watch parties with the writers from Marvel Studios. So good follow over on Twitch, guys. I actually stream on Twitch as well under Novellin. I stream World of Warcraft. I know I don't really say that too often publicly. Keep that. But I'm
dead.
I am really good. I'm like an 8-time Gladiator, 2900 experience. I do a lot of arena. So if you're into World of Warcraft, come follow me there. Subscribe to the channel, because right now we're going to announce a brand new winner for a PlayStation 5 for 900,000 subscribers. And before I do, quickly let me say again, thank you to each and every one of you whenever you found me. I've always been a writer.
I don't appreciate you though, no cap. But yeah though, man, so that was the Homecoming leading Uncle Ben scene review though. So let me know what y'all think. Let me know in the comment down below. But yeah, I'm out, y'all, and I'm peace.